Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Good evening, everyone, and good morning, everyone. We're joining from Asia. So today is day 86 for Paṭisota discussion, and we're kind of switching into kind of a secular topic from hardcore, early Buddhist, liberation-based teachings. I'm not actually switching entirely from today, but I just picked this sutta for today. And you could see that it's apparently a secular topic, but I want to point out some interesting, elements of secular life with a view to looking at, the extra mundane life that we've been talking so far. So today, for day 86 Paṭisota discussion, I have chosen this topic: how can a loving couple meet and stay together in this life and the next? Is it possible? It is possible. It is possible, not somebody like me or somebody else gonna talk with the modern day standards, but on a spiritual point of view as well. It is appropriate, it's okay. But let's take a look at the sutta and how, on which context did the Buddha talk this validation called a loving couple can stay together, not even in this life, but also in future lives. So the sutta's name is Paṭama Nakula Samajivi Sutta, Anguttara Nikaya, 4th section, 55. So in my understanding, I guess this is under the chapter called Punyabhisanda, where Buddha talks about Punya and Kusala and a lot of other merit, demerit-based suttas. And in that particular section of the 4th section, we find out the sutta. Okay. Let me take a look at the sutta. And for those who want to read the sutta in Pali, there is a Romanized Pali version. If you can click on the translation link, and you will go onto Sutta Central, and you can see the edition done by I think the Burmese scholars or whoever. Anyways, let me read for you. If those who want to listen to my reading, you can stay focused on this reading as well. Okay, so there are two Nakula Samajivi Suttas. So the Paṭama Nakula Samajivi Sutta, which we talk today, and the next one is also called Dutiya Nakula Samajivi Sutta. The same things. You might perhaps encounter there are a lot of repetitions in the suttas. I don't know. I mean, because this came down to us in oral tradition, so there's no wonder why there are repetitions. So many monks, they learn by heart, and then they sort of like maintain, and then they given that oral reading, oral memorization into their next generations. So I feel like there are a lot of repetitions. So repetition is a grammatical issue, but there are different repetitions. But I would ask you to only pay attention to the main elements of any sutta, even if you see any subsequent repetition. Okay. Paṭama Nakula Samajivi Sutta, Anguttara Nikaya, 4.55. Okay. Ekang samayam bhagava bhaggesu viharati sunsumara gire besakala vani migadai. Okay, so this sutta was, recited or given in a different kind of country and a city and a place. Let's take a look at the particular country called Bhagga. So Bhagga was one of the federations of the Vajjian democracy, And we know the prince who governed this particular the state was Bodhiraja. So Prince Bodhiraja was the one who governed this confederation of the Vajjian state. The capital city of Bagga country or Bagga state was Sunsumaragiri, so, which is pretty interesting. Sunsumara is a Pali term for crocodile. And it's not alligator, because crocodile and alligator has a difference, right? So they say that the city was called, the capital city was called Sunsumara because when the city was being built, a crocodile made a noise in a lake nearby, and then they put the name as Sunsumaragiri. So the city where a crocodile made a sound, made a noise. So Sunsumaragiri. So Buddha stayed, sometime in this particular capital city of Bagga called Sunsumaragiri, and we know that there was a particular forest called Besakala, and that it was near the city of Sunsumaragiri, and he stayed couple times in this city, and also he I guess he took the Vasa. He took the 8th Vasa, I guess, when he, now let's do the maths. When he became the Buddha, when he was 35 years old, magic age, right? 35, magic age. For those of you who are celebrating your 35, that's the magic age. The Gautama Buddha, Prince Siddhartha attained the Buddhahood. And then if you do the maths for 8 more years, 35 to 8, 43, when the Buddha was 43, when he was 43 years old, he took the Vasa in the, Sunsumaragiri city called Besakala forest. And we know that this, I'm talking a little bit of the city and all that because I want to give you that information too. In this, when the Buddha stayed in Besakala forest called Besakala, he particularly gave couple suttas called Anumana Sutta and Bodhiraja Sutta. We can see these 2 suttas in the Majjhima Nikaya. One of the other very interesting thing that happened in with regard to this city was that, Arhan Moggallana, he was attacked by the Mara. It was a deadly attack by Mara. Mara was trying to, he entered the stomach of Arhan Moggallana. He attacked Arhan Moggallana. So see, even Arhan Moggallana was so powerful, but the Mara came into his belly and then he attacked Arhan Moggallana. So this incident happened in this city called Sunsumaragiri. Anyways, and this is also mentioned that a city between Savatthi and Vesali. So it is it's a city in between. Okay, so let's go into the sutta. So, Ekang Samyam Bhagava Bhagyesu Viharati Sunsumaragire Besakalavani Migadai. So, when the Buddha was staying at this forest called Besakala in the city, capital city of Bagga called Sunsumaragiri, this incident happened. Atako Bhagava Pubbana Samayang Nivasetva Pattachivara Madaya Yena Nakula Pitunu Gahapatissa Nivesanang Upasankamitva Panyate Asani Siddhi. Now, Dhamma folks, you need to understand today I'll be talking about how can a loving couple, stay together according to the Buddhist teachings without any issue, as well as how they can wish to be reborn in next lives according to Buddhist. Is it against the Buddhist fundamental liberation thing called Nibbana, or is it allowable? Is it something that the Buddha approved in a different way? So that's what we're going to be talking. So at the end of the discussion, you will be learning these are the elements that you need to practice for now. These are the things you need to practice to stay together in this life and the next life, because everybody can love, but the problem is people don't know how to stay together, right? That's a different that's when you move your relationship to the next level. And the next thing is how you can stay consistently with your partner in the next lives too. So that's what we're going to be talking. The teachings about how to stay as a couple this life and the next life are focused on a particular eminent couple called Nakula Mata, Nakula Pita. So they are the individuals who having the discussion with the Buddha. Okay. So what happened? On one occasion, the Blessed One was dwelling among the Bhaggas in the Susumaragiri capital city, in the deer park at Besakala Grove. Then in the morning, the Blessed One dressed, took his bowl and robe, and went to the residence of the householder Nakula Mata, Nakula Pita, where he sat down in the prepared seat. Okay. Then Atako Nakula Pita cha Gahapati, Nakula Mata cha Gahapatani, Yena Bhagava Ten Upasankamitva, Bhagavantang Abhivaditva, Ekamantan Nisidinsu, Ekamantan Nisin Noku Nakula Pita, Gahapati, Bhagavantang Etadabocha. Then the householder Nakula Pita and the housewife Nakula Mata approached the Blessed One, paid homage to him, and sat down to one side. The householder Nakula Pita then said to the Blessed One. Now, before I move on to what they, talk to the Buddha and what the question that they raised to the Buddha, I want to tell you who this couple is. So, in the commentary to this particular sutta, we find this statement: Nakula Pita Kira Pancha Jati Satani Tathagatassa Pita Abhusi. So this Nakula Pita, the householder called Nakula Pita, he was the Buddha's father for 500 lives. See, think about, imagine. He was the father for the Gautama Buddha, Shakyamuni Buddha for 500 lives. Not even that. Pancha Jati Satani Mahapita. And the same Nakula Pita, who was the father, also was the grandfather for 500 lives. Not even that. Pancha Jati Satani Chula Pita. Right? So I guess this is about great-great-grandfather. So he was, Nakula Pita was his father for 500 lifetimes, and the same person was the grandfather for 500 lifetimes. The same person was great-great-grandfather for 500 lives. So think about it. The same way, Nakula Mata api Pancha Jati Satani Tathagatassa Mata. So the wife of Nakula Pita, Nakula Mata, she was mother to the Shakyamuni Buddha for 500 lives. Pancha Jati Satani Mahamata, and she was also grandmother for the Gautama Buddha, Shakyamuni Buddha for 500 lives. Not even that. Pancha Jati Satani Chulamata, I guess it's great. And she was also the great grandmother for the Shakyamuni Buddha for another 500 lifetimes. So it's a sort of a deep relationship which existed between the Shakyamuni Buddha and this couple for many years. And then what happened to them at the time when the Shakyamuni Buddha was the Buddha? The commentary describes, so sattu dittakalatu patthaya putta sinehang patilabitva hantata hantatati vachchakang disva vachcha giddini gavi viya virachamana upasankamitva patama dassani neva sotapanna jata. Now, this is not mentioned in this particular sutta, but we have to understand this from the commentary Arthakatha. As soon as this couple saw the Buddha, out of the extreme filial love, they approached the Buddha and they listened to Dhamma. There were other conversations happened between this couple and the Buddha. They became Sotapan. So Nakula Mata, Nakula Pita, they were a couple who attained Sotapanna. So you have to understand that this incident happens after they became Sotapanna. So the things and the matters that are being discussed in the sutta, they are to be understood based on the knowledge that they already attained Sotapanna, and discussions go on top of that validation of that they became Sotapanna. Okay, let's take a look. So now Nakula Pita explains about his wife. Yato me bhante Nakula mata gahapatani daharaseva dahara anita. Okay, what does it mean? Bhante, since I was young, when the young girl Nakula mata was given to me in marriage. Nabi janami Nakula matarang gahapataning manasapi aticharita. I don't recall ever transgressing against her even in thought. So, which means Nakula Pita says that I have not thought about any other woman except Nakula Mata, even in a thought. Think about how great our Leaf folks, huh? If you are, if you are a husband, have you ever thought about another woman, even in a thought? And that's not you. Nakula Pita is not you then. So if you are a man, if you are a husband, if you are a spouse who has never thought about any other woman, even in a thought, single thought, you are so great. Because that concentration, that ability to stay focused only, regardless of what happened, in a relationship, things happen, right? Whose relationship is perfect? But what if somebody is to think about somebody else just because something happened that at a time they could communicate each other? So Nakula Pita says that when I was young, this Nakula Mata was given to me in marriage. I don't even recall ever transgressing against her even in thought. I have not even thought about any other woman in a thought. Not even in thought. Kutupana kain. If I haven't thought any other woman in a thought, what about my deeds? I have never done anything wrong. Misbehave. Ichcheyama mayang bhante ditte cheva dhamme anya manyang passitum. Abhisamparayancha anya manyang passitunti. We wish, Bhante, to see one another not only in this present life, but also in future lives. See the request, see the wish of Nakula Pita. So he says to the Buddha that I really want her in my life until I die. Not even till I die. I want her in my future lives to come. Because he's so happy because the way he is looking at his woman, his wife, and how he behaved towards and all that. And then what happened? Nakula mata piko gahapatani bhagavantang etadavocha. So also Nakula Mata said to the Buddha, Yat vahang bhante Nakula pitunu gahapatis daharaseva dahara anita nabijanami Nakula pitarang gahapatin manasapi aticharita kutupana kai. Same thing, right? Ichcheyami mayang bhante ditte cheva dhamme anya manyang pasitum abhisamparayancha anya manyang pasitunti. The housewife Nakula Mata in turn said to the Blessed One, Bhante, since I was a young girl given to the young householder Nakula Pita in marriage, I don't recall ever transgressing against him even in thought, much less by deed. So I haven't even thought about any other man except Nakula Pita, even in thought. What about my deeds? I have never misbehaved by my actions. We wish Bhante to see one another not only in this present life but also in future lives. And she too wishes the same thing. What about? I mean, this is such an interesting request, wish, because the both partners in that marriage, they want to wish their presence in next lives. I mean, how many of you can do that if you are married? If you are not married, even you are living together, maybe you have girlfriend boyfriend connection relationship. How many of you can make that wish? That's such a powerful wish. I mean, at the face of changes, technology and rights, whatever, right? So, which is pretty interesting. I mean, I don't know how many of you have read this sutta. Okay, now turn to the Buddha. Akang keyung ve gahapatayo ubho jani patayo ditte cheva dhamme anya manyang pasitum abhisamparayancha anya manyang pasitum ubhocha asu samasaddha samasila samachaga samapanya te ditte cheva dhamme anya manyang passanti abhisamparayancha anya manyang passanti. Okay, what do you folks think? Did Buddha say, tanha, craving, raga, loba, don't do that? Did Buddha say so? No, he never said so. What did he say? Akang keyung ve gahapatayo ubho jani patayo ditte cheva dhamme anyamanyang pasitum abhisamparayancha anyamanyang pasitum. Householders, if both husband and wife wish to see one another, not only in this present life, but also in future lives, they should have 4 things, which means Buddha says it is possible. Now think about, imagine a couple who has attained Nibbana, Sotapanna, wish to meet again in next life. What an interesting thing. I mean, I don't know how many of you can think about that. This couple has already attained Sotapanna, but they know that they won't be spending more than 7, life, bhavas, existences, but they still want to be together. Think about this love. I mean, a lot of people, they analyze love, marriage, only from a lower tanha perspective. But even the Sotapanna individuals, they want to wish together. They want to wish together, and they want to stay together even in next lives, right? They don't leave the house, right? Now, if you even take a look at Yasodhara, Princess Yasodhara, she and the Buddha, they were together for, I think, till the last life. So for those who might question about this, how to think, we know craving is a problem, but we can escape from karma. We're gonna limit karma to a certain extent, but we need some karma to live, right? Good karma, not bad karmas, with a limitation, by knowing my limitation, by knowing my parameters of my karma. So having a wish, if you are a married person, if you are a couple, if you have a boyfriend, if you have a girlfriend, making a wish for next lives, no problem. It is okay. Even the Buddha said it's okay. Even the people who attain Sotapanna wish they want to be together even in next life. What more? What are we, right? So that's interesting. But you haven't still got to know about what these 4 things that they have to maintain for each couple, each spouse has to maintain to stay together in this life as a couple and in the next lives. But you can't practice this in the next life. You have to practice in this life, for this life, and for the lives to come. Ubhocha asu samasaddha. They should have the same trust. Okay, the first thing that a partner, a spouse has to maintain is same trust. Each partner, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife, they have to maintain equal trust. Now, for example, I would say, now sometimes husband's trust level is high and the wife trust level is low. Sometimes husband trust level is low and wife trust level is high, which is pretty difficult. Sometimes they question, they are so suspicious of what are you doing. Show me your phone, right? Who did you send the message for? What did you do last night? Where did you go? Why did you wear this? Show me your phone, right? Hold that. because they have not maintained their trust level. I know in today's world, people have mobile phones. A lot of people, they are on social media. There are things that can arise, but we should find a better way to maintain an equal trust. I mean, when it comes to people like couples and those of them who are in relationship. Otherwise, you will have a life of suspicion. Whenever you are together, you are okay. You don't have any suspicion, but you can't be together all the time, right? Then every moment you are not together with your partner, you are suspecting. You don't have trust, and it's pretty, you know, terrible and then miserable when you have to suspect. So if you understand, if you have a good communication with your partner, then you know what I'm doing, what you're doing, who you with, who am I with. So we make that, understanding together. So the first thing that you need for a good relationship, good marriage relationship is equal trust, not just a trust, equal trust. We know everyone has trust. You should have the equal trust. Man and woman, husband and wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, they maintain a trust which has emerged from communication, understanding each other. That's the first thing. Number 2, sama sila. What is sila in the Buddhist teachings? Sila is a disciplinary step that everybody has to practice when they want to follow Buddhism. So the sila in this context means not misbehaving. Now, say for instance, Nakula Pitta has not even thought any other woman, even in thought. What about actions? What about words? Right? So this is the behaving, right? So if you are a married husband, if you are a married wife, please enjoy your karma with the one who you sacrificed, with the one you committed, with the one you made the promise. If you don't understand it, that you are not trying to practice this second virtue. So the first virtue is trust, equal trust. The second is equal virtue. So we cannot put it only on one side. So husband or a boyfriend, wife and a girlfriend, they all should maintain equal behaving, right? Sometimes we know one of them is behaving, the other one is misbehaving, so that the other person thinks I am being used. I also want to misbehave. I want to go with somebody, blah, blah. What's going to happen? It's terrible, right? So before you go on a long journey with somebody, you have to make sure that these things are in line. Make sure. So I'm behaving. I don't want to misbehave. So also, we should both behave well. Kamesu miccachara, Buddha said. What did Buddha say? Buddha said, Kamesu miccachara. You can misbehave in pleasures, but you can behave in right pleasures. Kamesu sammachara. Nobody talks about it. Kamesu miccachara veramani sikkhapadam samadhi. What about Kamesu sammachara? Miccachara is bad, right? Misbehaving, in sensual pleasure, especially the lust, especially with, other partners where you haven't committed, but you're having this secret, clandestine type of relationship, which is not pretty good, which is really bad. So I understand people who trying to have these, secret, unnecessary things. They are liars. They are, especially, not that I underscore them, scorn them, but I want to say that they are swindling, they are cheating themselves. Because when you love, when you give your, love is a generosity, right? Because you are loving someone, then you are giving your best generosity to somebody, and that person also giving to you back the same thing. So it's dana. Love is a generosity. So when you are supposed to do in a relationship, be that a marriage or a boyfriend girlfriend kind of relationship, then this behaving is so important. So there should be equal behaving right? So spouses, they behave equally, and then the girlfriend, boyfriend also, they behave equally. So equal behaving. So they have the sila. So sila doesn't mean that you simply have the 5 precepts. So it's basically about that you are not thinking any other man or a woman, even in thought. Second thing, right? That's the second thing that one has to practice. So the first thing is equal trust, which is called as sama saddha. The second thing is sama sila, equal behaving, right? Sama chaga. So chaga is generosity. So sama chaga is equal generosity. Now I want to point out love as a generosity. A lot of people don't know that. So let's say if you are a spouse, if you are a husband, if there's a woman, and there is your wife, and you are giving your love, and that is a dana. That's not a physical thing, but you have to give it to that person, which the one that you committed. And vice versa, that wife is gonna give you love the way that she can. So also boyfriend girlfriend thing, right? So there should be equal love. Let's say you have to communicate these things. I would say if you don't love your wife to the extent that she loves you, then I would think that one day there would be some questions, there would be some arguments that can arise because you don't understand how much she loves. We can find this is the limit, but at least you listen to her, and then she listened to you. So there's a pretty good understanding about the level of your love, how you view your love, what are your perceptions. So generosity. So the first thing, I want to view generosity in the form of love. Second thing is your generosity towards other things. I know when a couple, be that a married or unmarried, wanna do a donation, sometimes they're having some struggle. Somebody might, one of them might suggest, we shouldn't give this much money, blah blah, right? So you should be able to have a good understanding about your generosity levels. I have met people who having some issues before they go into a relationship, thinking that the woman that I will be with one day might stop me, being generous, and vice versa, and the man might stop me being generous. So that's why I'm telling that you need to discuss, you need to communicate these things before you go for this big long journey. So basically, if you can maintain an equal generous level or generosity level, that's the third thing, that you can stay very well in this life as a couple, and in the next lives you can meet again and then be the same people. The fourth thing, samapanya. Panya means wisdom. What is the wisdom in this place, in this context? The wisdom that this particularly talks about is wisdom. So you should be with someone who is wise, who is not, who is not unwise. Who is being unwise when it comes to this context? Someone who misbehaves, right? Someone who does not, protect one's 5 precepts, not killing. Someone who is into killing, who is into stealing, who is into misbehaving, someone who is into lying, someone who is into intoxicating drugs and drinks. That person is unwise, right? So you should be with someone who has this moral background, and then if your partner or the one that you gonna date one day or planning to be with has these positive sides of life, and he might be very wise, she will be, because you can have a good communication, you can talk anything. I know what a lot of people, they struggle to understand some point of their relationship, that my partner, my spouse is not a friend to me. It's just a karma, it's just a sensual side, and maybe something like a social recognition, but he or she is not a friend to me. This is what I'm telling you. There should be good communication. Your spouse should be your friend, the best friend, because not that you're going to meet the best friend in the first place, but the person that you are dating, you are with, should be your, so you can talk, you can discuss, you can communicate, so that you understand way before that big commitment that my partner, my spouse is wise, right? Can understand this is bad, this is good, this is not appropriate, this is not, this is the opposite, and all that. And also, the spouse or your girlfriend, boyfriend should be able to think beyond the knowledge and intellect. Sometimes when you, with someone who is so much educated, not that educated, there are some issues, right? Differently. So the main thing is not education. It's good that your partner has education, but the main thing is your partner is, whether your partner is wise or not. So wisdom is very important, right? So now you understand there are 4 virtues that each partner, spouse has to develop in order them to stay very well in this life and when they want to meet in the next lives. So they are trust, and then behaving, ethical conduct. Third is generosity. The 4th is wisdom. But there is another word which is preceding these 4. Sama. Samasaddha, samasila, samachaga, samapanya. What is sama? Equal. Now, the both should have equal trust. The both should have equal behaving. The both should have equal generosity. The both should have equal wisdom. So not that I would say husband has this level of trust, the wife has the other level of trust. It might not combine, There is no bond together, on a spiritual level. And I also want to encourage you to think about that. These are not just spiritual, religious things. These are behavioral things. You can think about. It doesn't matter whether you are from Buddhism or any other religion. These are behavioral things to think about. These behaviors, they are really important if you are a couple, be that a marriage or a non-marriage. So there are 4 things that then you have to improve if you are a couple, if you are married, if you are a loving couple who is not married yet. Equal trust, equal behaving or ethical conduct, equal generosity, and equal wisdom. Move on. The Buddha says, householders, if both husband and wife wish to see one another, not only in this present life, but also in future lives, they should have the same faith, same trust, same virtuous behavior, I would say, behaving, same generosity, same wisdom. They will see one another not only in this present life but also in future life. So it is possible. Buddha said that it's possible. Even so, when someone wants to wish to be together in next lives, it is acceptable in Buddhism. There is no harm with tanha and kama, but the problem is if you have tanha for that, it's a problem. But if you can make a wish, right? Because they are good people, they are wise people, right? So there is no harm for this kind of wish. And there are 3 stanzas to recap all that what we've been talking. Ubho saddha vadanyucha sanyata dhamma jivino te honti jani patayo anya manyang piyang vada. Okay. Who is Ubho? Ubho means the both husband and wife, or both partners. Vadanyu saddha. Saddha means both husband and wife are endowed with trust, equal trust. Vadanyucha, which means a generous or charitable. Another word, Vadanyu. Sanyata, self-control. Now, say for instance, if you are a couple, either married or going to marry one day, if you don't have self-control, how can you not think about other people, other people, other women accept your woman, other men accept your man, right? You should have a self-control. The self-control is something you are not forcing you to think about. Self-control is something that you are understanding. I'm giving my best love towards my XYZ, so that I have a good self-management about me. I'm not far more susceptible to any external hassles and external objects, right? I'm so self-controlled. So that's the third thing. Te honti jani patayo sanyata, which means self-control, which means sila, and then Dhamma jivino, living their lives righteously. So you can't spend your life according to Dhamma if you are not wise, which means wisdom. And your man, your woman, I would say husband and wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, if they know how to spend life better, that means they have wisdom. They might come from different religious backgrounds, they might come from different countries, but if they know how to spend better, regardless of their ethnic backgrounds, countries, etc., they are wise and they can spend a very good life in here. Te honti jani patayo anyamanyang piyama. Not even these four. There's one more thing which is pretty interesting, which is pretty compelling for us to think. Addressing each other with pleasant words. I don't know how many of couples they talk to each other with pleasant words, soft words, right? Whether they pick on other person's problems, whether you click on somebody's picture and you talk to someone, you're watching something and you're not thinking about me. So with these kind of situations, there is hardly a time for the both to talk soft, both to talk pleasant. So if you haven't fulfilled a life which has equal trust, equal virtuous behavior, equal generosity, equal wisdom, you won't be able to have a good communication. Like especially the words, pleasant words, each other, right? Addressing each other with pleasant words, right? A couple should address each other with pleasant words, not unpleasant words, not painful, not attacking, not hurtful words. And if you are going to that level, that means you are jeopardizing. Maybe you in jeopardy. Your marriage life, your relationship at jeopardy. Second verse. Atta sampachura honti pasattang upajayati. Amitta dummana honti ubinnang sama silina. Now this is about the benefits of of a relationship, marital or non-marital, when that goes according to those four equal things and with a good communication. What will happen? What will bring this about? Then many benefits accrue to them, the couple, and they will dwell at ease. Because you know what? The words are really heavy, right? Sometimes if you use one word, that can break all the trust for a lifetime. That's why you have to be very careful before you talk. Think about what does this word bring about, right? Your words have to be processed consciously. Don't talk without thinking. If you talk without thinking, you are putting you at risk. You are putting your relationship at risk, and there will be a lot of problems that can come about. Be careful. First think and then talk, not talk and think. So then many benefits accrue to them and they dwell at ease. Their enemies are saddened. I know that when there is a good couple, marital, non-marital, when they are spending very well each other, talking pleasantly and having equal trust, equal virtuous behavior, equal generosity, equal wisdom, others are not happy about it. Because maybe they don't have a good relationship, maybe they are unmarried, maybe they can't find somebody like this. maybe they can be like this. So they are trying to be, they could be envious, they could be jealous. So when you know that people are like this, and you need to strengthen, leverage your relationship, you need to be very careful. You have to keep your relationship on track. You have to, you know, you have to update problems. You have to talk each day, because when you talk openly, you can minimize a lot of problems, a lot of misunderstandings, so that other people can't take any advantage of your relationship when both are the same in virtue. So that is one of the benefits of having this samasila. When you have, if you are a spouse, when both of you have the samasila, this is the benefit. Many benefits accrue to you. You dwell at ease, and your enemies are sad. I hope that you don't have any enemies, right? But anyways, ida dhammang charitvana samasilabbata ubho nandino devalo kasming modanti kama kaminoti. Having practiced the Dhamma here, even when you are in a relationship, marital or non-marital, you can practice Dhamma at any time, right? So now, when it comes to Nakula Mata, Nakula Pita, they've been together for a long time. They also want to wish to stay together in next lives too, but they practice in Dhamma. They are not preaching 5 precepts. I don't think you need to preach 5 precepts. I mean, your love, your equal trust, your equal virtuous behavior, your equal generosity, your equal wisdom will find no issue when it comes to sticking to Dhamma, because there is no issue, right? Because it's very practical. Having practiced the Dhamma here, ida Dhamma charitvana samasīlabbhataupu, the same in virtuous behavior and observances. Nandino devalokasming, delighting after death in a devaval. We don't expect that we're going to be reborn in devaval, but we never know the maturity of karma, because maturity of karma is non-linear. We never know what will happen, but we know that we are not going to hell, apaya, niraya, because if you attain sotapanna, right? So that means loving someone, maintaining your love, or maintaining your marriage, maintaining your relationship, you can still become a sotapanna, and then still can stay together this life and the next lives. Delighting after death in a devaval, they rejoice, enjoying sensual pleasures. So Buddha also said, enjoying sensual pleasures. So what does it mean? People can enjoy karma without tanha, because you need to see things, people, you need to hear voices, sounds, you need to smell, you need to taste food, you need to have a contact, and then you need to have thoughts. So, I mean, in order to live better, we need to have a sort of enjoyment of the pleasures. But what if we can enjoy without craving, without grasping? That's pretty good. That's what we have to prevent happening, right? Enjoy the pleasures, but without tanha and upada, right? Okay, so that's what I wanted to talk to you. So, but I wanna add one more sutta to discuss the paramount importance of this topic, because we've been talking about how can a loving couple meet and stay together in this life and the next. And we've been talking, there are 4 things that they have to develop if you are in a relationship, if you are in a marriage. You have to develop equal trust. So both of you, your husband, wife, have to develop equal trust. It should not, it should not, what do you call? It should go in tandem. It should not happen in a way that one of the spouses' trust is going, higher than the other one. Let's say husband's trust is going far higher, conversely, the wife trust is going low, or vice versa. So you have to maintain that as the first thing. There should be equal trust, samasaddha, then samasila, equal, what you call virtuous behavior, and then samachaga, equal generosity. Your wife and husband, if you are a husband, if you are a wife, you have to maintain your generosity equally. And then equal wisdom. Both of you should have wisdom equally, not that one is supervised, the other one is the opposite, right? So, and we also talk about speaking pleasantly each other, and these are the things that will help you to stay together in this life and the next life. In another sutta, which is preceding to this sutta, talks about there are 4 people who having relationships, I would say, who spending time together, which what you call like people who living together. They are 4-fold. The suttas, I would like to sort of like summarize with this sutta, the sutta that we talk about, because it's interesting too. This sutta's name is what you call Patama Sangvasa Sutta, Anguttara Nikaya 4.53. In this sutta, Buddha talks about there are 4 types of living together things. There are 4 types of living together relationships. The first type is a corpse lives together with a corpse. Corpse is a dead body. A dead body lives with a dead body. Second, a dead body lives together with a female deva, deity, that means. The third relationship is a deva lives together with a corpse, supposedly a male one, and a deva lives together with the female deva. Okay, so the first type of living together is a corpse lives together with another corpse. And how householders does a corpse, dead body, lives together with a dead body? Now, which means both the spouses or relationship people, they are attributed to people who are bad, so they are called corpse. Here the husband is the one who destroys life, take what's not given, engage in sexual misconduct, speaks falsely, and indulges in liquor, wine, and intoxicants, the basis for heedlessness. He is immoral, of bad character. He dwells at home with a heart obsessed by the stain of miserliness. He insults, reviles ascetics and Brahmins. And his wife is also one who destroys life. She insults. So both are doing the same bad thing. So that means there is a couple who living together, just as a corpse lives together with another corpse, right? The second living together scenario is a dead body is with a female deva, which means the woman is good, the woman doesn't do any bad thing, but the man. So that kind of a living together signifies a deva with a dead body, female deva with a dead body. The third type of living together is a male deva living together with a corpse. That means the woman that he's dating or with is a bad person. That's the third type of scenario where we see a living together scenario. The fourth thing is a male deva lives together with a female deva, which means the perfect living together scenario. How do we explain that scenario? Here the husband or your boyfriend is one who abstained from killing, who is not taking what's not given, who is not misbehaving, who is not lying, and then who is not insulting, reviling ascetics and Brahmins, and the wife is also one who abstains from, killing, taking what's not given, etc., etc. So that means there are four types of living together scenarios. Uh, Fundamentally speaking, that I encourage you, if you are in a marital relationship or not, you need to make sure that you have 5 precepts. At the same time, you are practicing the 4 important elements in your life, especially in your marital life or non-marital life, especially when you are in a relationship with somebody. So Buddha says that if a spouse, if a partner in a relationship can practice, develop equal trust, equal virtuous behavior, equal generosity, and equal wisdom, that relationship lasts lifetime, as well as they will be able to stay together in the lives to come. Okay, that's the main thing that we discussed today. And also I want to summarize all that with this important thing. Apart from this teaching, we know in the Buddhist teachings there are 4 great elements that where love revolves around. They are called 4 illimitables, so divine abodes. We call them as Chattara Brahma Viharas. Loving kindness called metta, karuna is compassion, and what you call the third one is mudita, means altruistic joy, and then upekha is equanimity. So these are the 4 elements of love. But if you want to maintain your love, you need to have equal trust, equal virtuous behavior, equal generosity, equal wisdom. Okay, so this is how we're gonna think about. You have to think about if you are in a relationship, whether marital or non-marital, so you can stay together in this life with a strong background if you practice these 4, and you can also wish to stay together in the next lives. Okay, so with that, I want to see if there are any questions that I may answer to you. I don't think there are any questions for now. So let me then transfer good karmas to departed people and the deities. May all the good karmas we've been accumulating in all these ways be shared by all the departed individuals who passed away in the name of all of us. May they be happy and peaceful. May they attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Idam me ñāti dang hotu sukita huntu ñātayo. Idam me ñāti dang hotu sukita huntu ñātayo. Idam me ñāti dang hotu sukita huntu ñātayo. Also, let's share all the good karmas with the deities who protect all of us, including Nagas. May all the deities share in all these good karmas. May they be happy and peaceful. May they protect all of us, and most importantly, Devas and Nagas are also lost in the samsara. May they also attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Ittavata cha ammehi sambatang punya sampadang. Sabbe deva anumodantu, sabbe bhuta anumodantu, sabbe satta anumodantu, sabba sampatti siddhya. Akasattha ca bummattha deva naga mahindika. Punyantang anumoditva chirang rakkang tuluk sasanang chirang rakkang tudesanang chirang rakkang tumang paranti. Finally, let's make a great wish. This is the greatest wish that we been doing so far. May all the good karmas we've been accumulating in all these ways be helpful to all of us, for all of us to attain the supreme bliss of Nibbana in this life. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. I'm going to be reciting a couple more stanzas to bless all of you. Please receive the blessings. Abhivadana silisse nichang vaddha pachayino chattaru dhamma vaddhanti ayuvanno sukhang balang ayurarogya sampatti sagga sampatti mevacha ato nibbana sampatti iminati samijyatu. Sadhu, sadhu. Okay, so thank you, and then yeah, have a good day and stay safe.